Hi everyone, my name is Christy and welcome to my Trying a New Makeup Product Everyday series. Today I'm going to be trying out this Complex Culture Fresh Start eyeshadow palette. And this is a little quad palette that I got with my Ipsy points. So I pretty much got this product for free, and you can earn points with Ipsy when you review the products or someone signs up through your referral code, which I always have mine in the description of my videos. And so this is cruelty-free, vegan, and let's check out the shades in this little mini eyeshadow palette. So here is what they look like. 2 mattes and then 2 shimmers. Gotta start out with some swatches. Not looking like the most pigmented shimmers. They almost kind of look like toppers. Pretty pigmented matte though. The mattes have a nice texture. Surprisingly, the shimmers felt more dry. Yeah, that's a nice matte brown. It's a really pretty glitter. But yeah, I think this would probably be better as a topper or a highlighter. I love a shimmery highlight for the eyes. Yeah, beautiful matte formulas. That gold shimmer is also a little dull. And so here are those swatches. Not, in my opinion, the most exciting color story, but hopefully it'll look good on the eyes. And so now I always review my eyeshadow palettes with and without an eyeshadow primer. And of course I'm going in with this Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. And we'll see if this primer makes a difference in how the eyeshadows look. So I just blend this all over one of my eyelids, lash line to brow bone. And speaking of the brow bone, that's where we'll start. I'm going to use that white shimmer as my highlight today. And I just apply my highlight quickly and easily with my finger. So we'll apply it to the brow bone. See how that looks. Oh, it is so pretty. It's definitely just like a silver glitter. Too glittery for like a cheek highlight in my opinion, but almost like it could be a pretty body glitter or just wherever you want to apply a glitter, because it's really pretty. It's like a very finely milled shimmer, which it works for this brow highlight, but it's just not natural. I also like to highlight the inner corner. And this is actually so fun as an inner corner glitter sparkle highlight, but it just kind of gives off more of like a festive vibe, which I love that. I love glitter, but I just feel like the rest of the shades in this palette are not very festive necessarily. But next, I love that it has this light matte brown, because that's the type of shade that I like to put below the highlight into this crease transition area. So it is more of a yellow toned brown, like a camel color, but it's blending nicely. It's light, but it works for this transition area. Easy to blend. Let's see how it is on the eye without the primer. Wow, yeah, I would say it's showing up the same with and without the primer. Just as pigmented, which it's a light color, so it's kind of hard to tell, but blendable. It doesn't give my eye quite as much contour dimension as I typically like to get when I put a brown in this crease transition area, but it'll just kind of transition into the shades on the lid, and that's a fine purpose for this, but typically I would use a different shade of brown for this purpose. And so now I'm going to pick up the red shade. It's a very rosy shade that is not a shade that I typically wear on my eyes. I just tend to avoid the rosy tones on my eyes because I have redness in my eyes already, and it just feels weird to me whenever I put more redness on my eyes because usually I'm just trying to cover up and cancel that redness. But I mean, this is a pretty shade. I'm just not sure how flattering it's going to be on me, but just focusing this into that outer V. Yeah, like it does kind of like shock me a little bit when I see the red on my eye. Like it just doesn't look very flattering for me. So when I first saw this palette, I liked the warm tone, kind of neutral vibes. But now that I'm actually putting each shade on my eye, I'm like, these are actually not my personal favorite colors on me. Just not my most flattering color story. But the formulas are impressing me. Blendable, easy to work with. Next, I've got one shade left. I'm going to pick up the golden kind of mustardy yellow shimmer just with my finger, and it's just like when I pick it up on my finger, it doesn't have much pigment. Like it just looks kind of sheer, and it's coming off the same way on my lid. I mean, it adds that sparkle. You can tell that it's this orangey yellow shade, but I would have expected more of an opaque color. And it's pretty. It actually really does help this eyeshadow look come together. Gives it like a summery sunset look. So I'm glad I'm making this yellow the focal point of the eyeshadow look. But it's like not sheer enough to be a topper, but it's not quite pigmented enough to be a good metallic or shimmer. So I'm like really layering it up. But this is now the eye without the primer, and it looks the same as with the primer. I'm really impressed by the matte formulas, but this shimmer formula is just not as impressive. And usually the shimmers are the most impressive shades in a palette to me. So here is the look that I was able to put together with these colors. And I do like this sunset color scheme going on now, but I just know this is not a palette that I see myself really reaching for. I mean, I really liked the white shimmer. I think that's so pretty, but the other three shades are just so not my colors. So I'll probably end up gifting this to someone else, passing it along to someone who these colors would look better on. But aside from the colors, it's a decent little palette. Not the best, but not bad. So thank you so much for watching my video today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so you can see the makeup that I try every day. And I will see you tomorrow in my next video.